Hello. Welcome in. I smell citrus! Golly. What does it smell like? Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Yeah, let me just do a once over. You know, you haven't streamed in a while when you open stuff up and everything yells at you. Everything wanted to update. It was like boom, 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 boom. Okay, hold up. Okay, hi. Congratulations, Benighted, on being first. Wow. And thank you for doing your daily redeem. I still need to come up with a better name for that. Hi, James Lowe. Hi. And hello, Yowie Wizard. Welcome in. Thank you for redeeming your daily login. Good. Hi, guys. Hope you've been, good. Yeah. Doots, lem. Hi, welcome back. Welcome back to our little cozy corner of the cosmos. I like that! Oh my goodness, it's our little cozy corner of the cosmos. Gah! Okay, hold up though. Our cozy corner of the cosmos is experiencing technical difficulties. Hi. There. Our cozy corner of the cosmos is cozier now. Actually, I know how to fix this. Wait a minute. Hi. Yeah, it's hot though today. I took my jacket off, you know? It's toasty. Yeah, we're in a heat spell. Kind of. Not really. Anywho. Hope you guys are staying cool. We are going to do some brick building. Brick building. And then I'm going to give you some updates. We're going to do some yip yappers, chitty chattiness, goodness gracious. I told you guys I was going to stream. I said that. I said that. And here I am. Me love Legos? Yeah. Our last building adventure was not Lego. But this one is. So let me take you over there. And then if you guys have some Lego sets kicking around, let's build them together. Let's pew. Let's do a little a joint buildy sesh. Or if you want to work on art, you know, some creative project, let's do it. I think this is gonna be great. I'm hype. I'm really hype. Okay. Let's do it. Whoa. This isn't where I want to be. Hello? Nope. Wrong. There we go. Hi. I'm here. Also, my keyboard's over here. My beans. Yeah, I trimmed my fingernails. I trimmed my little fingernails so they're not ugly. But yeah, I'm so happy now. My setup is so nice. Gah! I like this mouse pad. Okay, so we are making new friends part 2. Part 2. Because we've made new friends before. Hold on. I wanna look at you guys. Hello? Hello? Okay. Hi. Hi. Yeah. So we've made little friends before. They were these guys. Ooh. My little friends. My little plant friends. Wrong. I need to go back and get that later. That was funny. Guys, I haven't done this in a while, okay? Don't judge me. But yeah, look, see, they're not judging me. They're smiling. He's kind of judging me, actually. Look at his face. He's holding in a laugh. He's like, stupid. See, he judged me. I'll get it. Oh, okay. Aye, aye, Captain. And I'm gonna build. So you do that. I'm gonna build. I'm gonna put these guys right here. They're gonna hang out for the duration, actually, so we can have... Actually, I shouldn't do that. They're gonna get in the way. Immediately, they're gonna get in the way. So these guys were called the happy plants. And, sorry. Those were the happy plants. And tonight, boom, we're building the rocking plants. Because this guy has a little bumper that he ricochets on. I'm not gonna add those though, because I don't want them to rock. I want them to sit with the other guys. Never mind, can't go back that far. Yeah, I know, it goes fast. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, I think that if you're subbed, you can rewind whenever you want. But I don't remember. I don't ever do it. So, but yeah, now we got a green guy and a purple guy to add to our yellow guy, blue guy shenanigans. And I think the plant parts are always interchangeable, but I think I'm gonna keep them like this because I think it looks better like this. This one on the green guy and this one on the pink guy. That's yellow. No, it's green. It's just my hand cam is very not correctly colored. See there? Look. There we go. The white balance is working now. There's just too much shine. Do you see that? It's green, I promise. He's a green guy, but if I move my hands, he's yellow for some reason. I don't know. It feels magical. Green. Yellow. Green. Yellow. Okay, so let's pop this bad boy open, shall we? Make some cute little guys. Yeah, see, the plants are interchangeable. But I'm not gonna do that, because I like things the way they're advertised. I'm kind of a stickler for, like, sticking to the OG stuff. Oh my golly, what the? I have to physically destroy this box to open it. I don't remember the last one being like that. I'm not strong enough! Oh, I just did it, actually. What are we doing? Look at this. What's with the punch hole thing? Why does everything have to be difficult, man? Oh, there. Ooh. I'm doing it! Oh, here. There, you can have that punch hole. I'm doing it! Come on! Hold on. Oh. The reveal. Ah! But yeah, how we doing, guys? Get out of here. Oh. Actually, I probably need that. Yay! Legos! The botanicals. Oh, there's two. Oh, yeah, there is two, because there's one per guy. I forgot! Okay. They suggest a building order. I don't know if we're gonna stick to that. Good. Chillin'. Good. I am not chillin', but I'm mostly good. Okay, so let's... Uh-oh, I just covered all that trash. Trash. We'll probably need to BRB soon because on 19 battery. Yeah, don't rob yourself of an emergency contact ability just to watch me yip yap. That's probably not a good idea. Yeah, maybe maybe save your battery life. Oh, do you guys want a sneak peek? But I'd rather watch Cheeky Lemon. Yeah, and I'd rather you not die. Golly. Just being practical. Look at this, guys. For a future stream, I also got ducks. I'm excited. I have so many things to build, you guys. Oh. The ducks jumped ship! Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Okay, we'll do them in order. See, look, this one has ones on it. I'll do it. I'll follow the rules. Fine. Very kawaii ducks. I know. Get this. I got them for free. It was free with a purchase of such and such. I just got this set, like, last weekend. Hold on. Is there, like, a copyright? Is there, like, a release date of this set? I feel like this set is brand new. Oh, look! She's, Lumi. Wait a minute, huh? Oh, the green one's name is Lumi. It's a... I can't read this. Delosperma cooperi, also known as an ice plant. Ice plant, so pretty. And then this one's Ellie and Echeveria elegans. That's a lot. Oh, it's like a succulent. Oh, cute. Ellie is from Central America, and Lumi is. It doesn't say. Oh, South Africa. Wow. Yeah, but I was looking for a date. I think this just came out. Free just like the park ducks? What the? You leave the park ducks alone. Oh my golly. Just for looking, not for touching. Actually, I wish I could show you guys something funny. I was... I was on a walk this past weekend. And, I like to go out and take a walk down by this, like, river, brook, stream thing, creek thing, river, brook, stream, creek thing. And there was a swan in the, that was, like, swimming around and eating the foliage and stuff. And I was like, oh my golly. And so I turned to the person next to me and I was like, yes, that's a swan, right? Because I'd never seen one, like, there, so close. And they were like, I'm pretty sure that's a goose. And so I Googled it, and it was not a goose. It was definitely a swan. But now I, like, want to share the picture I took of it, just to be like, yeah, guys, this is a goose. This is definitely a goose. But I won't do that. It's okay. Maybe in, the Discord, I might post the goose picture in the Discord. But it was so pretty. I was so excited. But yeah, they're not free. You look, you appreciate from afar. But that was crazy. I've never seen a swan, like, just hanging out. That was literally crazy. Okay. Boom, baby. Let's see. Oh, they got the big bag and then the little bags. Holy cannoli. How fast do you think we can build this, guys? Do you think I can stay on track and just, like, bada bing, bada boom? Bada ba ba ba. Oh, I'm ripping the bag. Hold up. I'm ruining everything! Maybe, I think, okay. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna chuck the OG bag. Chucked. It has been chucked. And I'm going to, afterwards, get a little Ziploc for the extra pieces that they inevitably include that always stress me out. Okay, let's make way. Make way. Okay, we're building Ellie. But yeah, I swear this set is really new. Okay, I got my little book here. Gotta crease it. Crease it! Nice. Okay. Ready? So I haven't streamed in a while. And I've been like busy, but mostly I've just been like feeling whack because there's been a lot going on. My prediction is 1 hour and 15 minutes. That's probably a good prediction. Ooh. I want to see if I can find a link to a thing. Hold on. Hold on! Hang on! Not so fast! Your life ain't over yet! Okay, Wait, I'm doing it. Wait! Get out of here! I'm choking. Okay. Careful, SpongeBob! Careful, SpongeBob! Hold on, I need to get this out of the way. I need to type. Ooh. Actually, can I do it over here? Let's do it over here. Oh. Okay, I'm pinning this. I always put a little pin in my pinned comment, even though I don't need to do that. It's fine. Yeah, so the last big thing I was up to is I spent a lot of the month of May working on my parts for Izumi Teeny's Rainy Day Symphony concert that I was invited to. And I kind of just want to like debrief you guys on that experience because that was my first concert and I know a bunch of you went and watched it and I'm so happy. I'm so glad I saw so many familiar names in the chat. When it premiered on Teeny's YouTube channel. But, yeah, that was crazy. I, do not really know. I mean, obviously Teeny loves me, but, like, that was a really special concert for Teeny, so I'm just so grateful and honored that, Teeny wanted me to be a part of that. So if you didn't get to see that, you can go to the link, whichever side of the screen it's on for you. And that cover was my solo bit for the concert. And it also links to Teeny's full concert if you want to see the whole thing. It was a great concert, nice variety of song choices too. Yeah, it was really cool. At first, when Teeny was like, the theme is rain, what songs do you guys want to sing? I was like, rain? And I'm just like racking my brain. But then everyone was so creative about it, and they came up with like great choices. I was like, damn. There's so many good songs about rain, actually. Including, songs by my oshis. Because one of the bigger VTubers that I really look up to is Bow the Whale. I love her. She is so special. And I love her music. I think she's a very really a shining example of like being a chaotic, crazy person and also having a very professional and well-known like singing career. So, you know, stuff I aspire to be. And I sang her song, Love Me Not, which is like such a beautiful little song. So that was really special, and I'm really grateful I got to do that. that Teeny approved that. That was not the first song that I asked to sing, by the way, for Teeny's concert. I actually started off asking for a different song. And I don't know if Teeny, like, didn't see it, or if or if she just, like, didn't, it wasn't, like, the vibe she was looking for, or if maybe I, like, posted my bow song suggestion, like, before she saw my other suggestions, so then she saw me suggesting. I gotta remember to actually build this so you guys can see what I'm doing. She might have seen, I posted my suggestions kind of quickly after each other, so she might have seen the bow suggestion and just been like, oh yeah, sing a bow song. But I don't remember anymore. What was the original song I wanted to sing for Teeny's concert? I wonder if I can find it. Hold up. Scrolling through the archives. I don't even remember what the frick it was. Oh, yeah, I did sing these. Sing these. I did post these really quickly, one after the other. But the first song I asked to sing was Here Comes the Rain Again by the Eurythmics. And that song is really freaking long. So I was like, well, you know, if it's too long, we just, like, fade it out at some point, sensical point. And then Paige freaking sings Chocolate Rain. Yeah! And that song is, like, 5 minutes or something. It was bonkers. So I was like, oh. I guess, you know, length was not the issue. But the Eurythmics song is like, here comes the rain again, falling on my heart like a memory, falling on my head like a new emotion. So baby, talk to me, won't you like love? It's a good song, I like it. But maybe it was just a little too, like, 80s. I don't know. I think having the full lineup as it ended up being, it probably would have fit in really well. But maybe initially it, like, wasn't what Teeny was looking for, or she didn't see it, you know, whichever. I'm not pressed about it or anything like that. Because I couldn't think of a rain song. So I was, like, Googling songs with rain in the title, songs about rain, you know, like I was trying to find something. So then I landed on that. I was like, oh, I know this one. I can sing this. But then I remembered Bow Song, and I was like, oh, wait, my Oshi, my other Oshi. But yeah, I had never heard that Chocolate Rain song before. I'm very unfamiliar with what that is all about. But it was done really well. I was very impressed by the delivery of that. But yeah, so when it came down to actually recording my solo, I kind of regretted my choice of a bow song and wished that Teeny had seen my Eurythmics suggestion and approved that before I asked about the bow song, because I don't know what I was thinking, but bow is like a soprano, and the vocals, like the melodies of her music tend to get really high, and I am not a soprani. Okay, hold up. I'm struggling! Here we go. I'm not a soprani. I am a alto. And sometimes even the upper range of alto is like so I went to record my part, and I was like, uh-oh, spaghetti-o. We might have a problem. This is a little high for me. It was a very old meme, the Chocolate Rain cover, like, song. Oh, okay. Yeah, what a throwback. There was such a variety of music from all different parts of the internet and culture, and it was good. I liked it. I like the songs that Teeny selected as group songs. Those are all lovely and bouncy, and I really liked the one I got to be part of. I think it was called no. Golly, I can't even remember. I feel so stupid. What the heck? That's a... Hello? Raincoat. It was called Raincoat. But that song was so cute. I'd never heard that before. But now I want to, like, sing the whole thing at some point. Because that song is very much in my range. And I feel like it was something I could sing. But the bow song? Oof, girly. Like, there's a reason you sing it and not me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so... What ended up happening... was that Teeny gave us a lot of time to prepare for our things that we had signed up to do, things that we had been assigned, things that we had requested for like our solos. Teeny gave us a lot of time. And I like... It's hard for me to get good recordings all the time where I'm at because it's very like noisy-ish unless I do it kind of late at night. And that eats into my like sleep that I need so that I can resume my posts in the morning. So I was just having a hard time finding time to get a quality recording. So I was trying to be like logical about it, and she had given us the deadline for when she wanted certain recordings by. Hi Danny, welcome in. She had given us a deadline for when she wanted to have certain recordings by because she was getting all the mixing done and stuff. And so I knew that I was going to have a lot of free time the week before the deadline. And I was like, it's cutting it a little close, but I really want to get a nice recording. Because if your recording sucks, like your voice could be as beautiful as whatever, like an angel. But if your recording sucks, like it's really hard to fix that. So I was like, maybe I'll just prioritize like a good recording over like time. Because hopefully that's the... I'm building off screen! Stop it! Let me move in. I'll hunch my boobs right over the table so that I don't keep pulling away from your guys' line of sight. I stand so far away from stuff. Okay. So I had this plan and I was going, you know... Girl, you're so good on that song. Oh my golly! Let me tell you why I feel like that compliment is kind of undeserved, but also really deserved. But thank you so much. I'm really glad you enjoyed it. The week came when I was like, oh my goodness, this is going to be the perfect time to record. I'm going to get really good quality recordings, blah, blah, blah. And then my desk is one of those standing desks now. Like I can make it go, you know, like I can change the height. Please do put them on the table. Yeah, I know they're kind of heavy. My back needs I'm just kidding. My boobs are kind of small. I can't hype that up for you guys. I'm sorry. It feels wrong. That's definitely catfishing. But I had some people who had agreed to help me set up my new desk because I'm a baby and I need help with technical stuff. And they sprang it on me like last minute. They're like, oh, you know what? Like, you're free this week. Like, it would be the perfect time for us to help you, like, set up your desk. And I was like, well, shit. Because that meant that I, like, had to disassemble my whole setup. So that's when I posted, like, in the Discord, I'm like, yeah, like, I don't know what I'm going to be able to stream next. Like, I won't have access to my computer, blah, 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 because I didn't know how long it would take to actually, like, set up this desk. Because we had to move a bunch of stuff out of the way. Like, it's a big desk. Had to rearrange my whole everything in this our cozy corner of the cosmos. So what am I doing? What am I doing? Why do they want? Okay, sorry, I'm. Oh look, this one has the face. Hold on, that one's for later. So because of that, I had to prioritize that then, because I couldn't just be like, well, no, actually, guys, you need to, like, they were doing me a favor, you know what I mean? So then I had to do it on, like, their time. Hi, welcome back from the ad. I had to do it on their time, not, like, my time, like I felt. Like, I'm like, I can't ask for a favor and also be like, well, now's not a good time. So that screwed up my plans. But before we took down my old setup, I was like, Teeny, I can get you my recordings for the group stuff. I just might have to, like, give you the, my solo stuff later. And she was like, that's perfectly fine if you, are planning on mixing that yourself. And I actually was. I thought it'd be, I'm pretty interested in, like, the whole mixing, mastering business. Like, I want to get better at it. So I was like, oh, actually, this would be really cool if I could mix my own solo for Teeny's concert. But I was also super, like, the other reason I kind of wanted to mix my own solo was because I still haven't, like, professionally worked with a, mixer, and I don't really, like, I didn't know. So Bao's song, Forget Me Not, is very, like, pop, you know, and I wanted to do it justice as best as I could, and I didn't know, like, how many of the backing tracks and, like, the layers and the harmonies, I didn't know, like, what all I was gonna be able to do. So I was like, I don't feel like I can send this to a professional because I don't even know what I'm doing. So I was like, I'll just mix it myself, and that way I could do it, like, after, because she gave everyone a new deadline for, like, if they were gonna get their own stuff mixed, either like personally gonna mix it or get their own professional to do it. So that was my plan. I was gonna do it myself just so I could make sure I could, like, experiment and, like, figure out what from the song I could actually sing and if it sounded nice and blah 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 blah. So that was great. That was wonderful. Plan is still a go. And then my old setup vanished forever, and I have my new standing desk now, and it's amazing and beautiful, and I love it, and everything is right with the world. But that did take a little bit of time, and I wasn't able to use any of the rest of that really good recording week. So then I was back to just, like, trying to find, like, a good time to get that done. And then, like, while I was making new plans for getting stuff done, I ended up getting, like, really freaking sick. It was crazy. I say that, and yet still somehow I think I streamed more in that month I was really sick than I did last month, but that's okay. Life isn't all about streaming. I was working on other stuff, but all of this was happening before I re-debuted, by the way. We weren't here yet in our cozy corner of the cosmos. We were still hanging out in the kitchen, where I was cooking things. But I was trying to get a lot of stuff done. Like, I was working on my re-debut, and I was working on all this other stuff, and then I was trying to figure out when to do, like, this, my solo stuff for Teen's concert. Then I got really freaking sick, and the very unfortunate thing was, like, I didn't my voice didn't come back to a reasonably proficient stage for a very long time. And that was just incredibly frustrating to deal with because I couldn't, when I would report to my post for my community, like I couldn't talk. And, what am I missing? Oh, I'm not missing a piece. Okay. I couldn't talk. So, like, I didn't have like, I was sick for like a month. And then after that, like, Teeny gave us so much time. Like, damn. But I was sick for like a month. See, look, here's the roly bit. I don't think I'm actually gonna leave this on this plant though, because I don't want it to. Whee! I guess I could leave it. I don't know. I'll set him up with the. I'll leave it for now as part of the build, and then I'll set him up with the other plants and see if I hate it. But it's cute right now, so you can hang out. Be a little like rocking horse pot. But yeah, so like that was super unpredictable, and I'm really frustrated that things didn't go the way I had planned the first time and I didn't get to do all the recordings because honestly, I feel like my vocals, they're like, hi Digi. I'm talking about my, the prep I was doing for Teeny's concert and kind of what went into that process for me and how I got really sick and my voice kind of, like my talking voice I think is back to what it used to be, but my singing voice I think is still only like 90% at this point. And it's really frustrating. But I'm like, I can't keep putting off this recording for Teeny because Teeny has stuff to do. And I didn't want to, you know, put them in a lurch because I was like not delivering my share of the goods, you know what I mean? So that was very frustrating to just be like, still be streaming like as I could. Like, I don't know if you guys remember when I had a lot of collabs. Like I had the Terraria collab with Jay and I had the Star Wars collab with Slime, specifically because I reached out to my friends and I was like, hey, I kind of can't talk. Do you guys want to come like stream with me so that I can visit with my Zesties and not kill my throat? And they were like, yeah, we'd love to. So that was awesome of them and I really appreciate them for that. But yeah, that was that whole time when I just like was so freaking sick. And then in the midst of that, I'm trying to figure out when to record a cover. And it's a cover that's really out of my freaking range. What the frick am I doing, you know? Like, I was panicking. I could have talked to Teeny about it, but I was like, no, Teeny invited me and I don't want to... It's like, I can't let Teeny down. So I'm like, as long as I still have time before the deadline, I'm just gonna like YOLO it and then pray I can make it happen. And that's kind of what I did. Because it came to a point where like I'm like, I've waited and waited and I don't think my voice is gonna get any better. Shit. And I know, see, here's the nice thing about following people who do things that you are trying to get into and who talk about their own process. Because I also follow Mouse, Iron Mouse, and she has often talked about how she's had to do song stuff while she's been under the weather. And that was really, like, comforting to me. I was like, oh, well, maybe it's okay. Maybe I can just take a page out of Iron Mouse's book and, like, make it work while I'm sick. Even though I'm not a professional. I don't know what I was thinking. But, that's what I did. So, I recorded the main part of Love Me Not, where it's like, picking petals off the flowers you gave me. Doesn't matter if you stay or leave me all alone. I'm soaked in all these tears. You know that part? And it was hard, guys. It was really hard because my voice felt like shit. And, that song is really high, and I considered like dropping it an octave and like transposing the instrumental so I could sing it lower and go like, picking petals off the flowers you gave me. Ooh, doesn't matter if you stay or leave me all alone. You know, like I could sing it lower and then it would have been okay. But I don't have the technical ability to like transpose a song and not have it sound yucky. So that quickly became a non-doable option. So unfortunately, I'm like, well, if I want this quality to sound the best, I think I just need to like freaking send it, like deliver. And the hardest part of that song is in the middle when it's like, I start to wonder if I know. Like it gets really high. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do for that, guys. I might have to drop that down an octave and just like not be true to this original song because I don't know if I can hit that note. I currently cannot hit that note. So it was just insane that I was able to just YOLO it and actually hit that note. I posted a teaser of stuff I was working on on Twitter because I had been practicing. I've been trying to hit that note and I like couldn't do it, and I just ended up sounding like Toad every time I would go for it. Like, I start to wonder if I'm the one. Like my Toad impression. So it was just kind of insane. I'm like, uh-oh, Spidio. Because the last thing I wanted to do was just back out of it completely and like not deliver something for Teeny. Because I'm like, I don't want Teeny to plan out, you know, how much time she thinks she needs for this concert based on like what people say they want to do, and then like throw her in a lurch by like, throwing off that time frame. I don't know how any of this works because this is my first one, you know. I don't know. I should have talked to Teeny about it, but I'm like, I can do this. So I'm just like killing myself to make it work. It's fine. It worked out in the end. But yeah, so that was stressful. And then the other really weird thing, and I've gotten some great suggestions since then, but I've done covers before and I've never had this thing happen. I was like, I'm gonna record this professionally. I'm gonna split up like the harmonies and like the like I'm gonna split all that up so I can like mix it separately and do everything like professionally. And every time I tried to sing the song like one part at a time, I would play it back, and my singing would be so delayed, like off of the beat, and I'm like, did I have a stroke? Like, it was very weird, and I don't know if it was because my computer storage was very not great, and if the program was just struggling to like actually do its job, so everything was delayed, or if it was just because like I was struggling to keep tempo or something, like, because I'm one of those people where I don't have feedback on when I'm streaming of my own voice because it actually makes me stutter. Like, I have a really hard time listening to something while I'm trying to like talk. But I've never had that issue with music before. It was really, really weird. So I ended up having to sing the whole song in one go with all of the like flourishy bits in it. Because if I didn't do that, I couldn't stay on the beat. And I do not know why that happened. It was very, very strange. Since then, people have suggested that I do my parts with like a metronome, like a to help me stay on the beat. I might try that because honestly, like, I don't know what that was, but it freaked me out. But if I sang the whole thing like all together, I could do it. It just meant that everything was on one line and it was hard to like separate stuff out, and my breathing was all over the place because when Baus does the song, she doesn't sing it all in one line, like it's different parts. So that was kind of crazy. And then because I was really sick the actual, like, prettiness wasn't there. Like, I couldn't sound, like, I didn't have, like, my voice didn't have its nice, lovely quality. Like, I could hit a note, but it was very, like, dull sounding to me, knowing my own voice and what my ability usually is. So I ended up also doing this thing where, like, I made a double track where I sang the whole song one go, and then I did it again, and then you layer them, and the little minuscule differences make it kind of sound like multiple people are singing, and it kind of hides some of the poor quality of any individual track. Kind of like, it averages it out so that it sounds better. So yeah. So I ended up having to be very creative in ways that I didn't think I was going to need to going into the project, because everything started going wrong. It was really crazy. Speaking of everything going wrong, I hope you can get that fixed, Danny. That sounds not ideal. Rooting for you, man. But yeah, nobody was rooting for me when I was doing all this hard stuff because nobody knew I was doing it. But yeah, definitely look into that, Danny. That is no bueno. I am afeared. Change all your passwords now! Yeah, guys, do 2-factor authentication on everything. Everything! I don't know, man. Cyber stuff is whack. And I'm also... Oh, no, we're fine. But yeah, so I felt like I was glad that I didn't send, like, stuff off to a, mixer, because I'm like, nothing I'm doing right now is the professional way to do this, and I don't know how I would work with a mixer with my limited abilities. So that was fun. That was a fun little challenge I had to overcome. Oh, we're doing this one now. Okay. Cookies! Yeah, guys, cookies are evil. They make you fat and they steal your data. Actually, I have a funny story about that. I had, somebody hack into my eBay once and, like, buy... I don't know if I told you guys this, but I, like... They bought Legos. Like, little Lego minifigures. Not even expensive ones. It was, like, $5. But they... I went onto my eBay, and there was, like, purchases. And it was from, like, Russia. And I was like, what the... So then I, like, signed... I did that thing where you make it, like, sign out of every session. Because somehow there was a session open in Russia. And that guy wanted some Legos, I guess. I don't know. But since then, I've never... Or at least as much as possible, I have not left my payment methods attached to platforms because I just don't trust it. Yeah, Godspeed, Danny Wolf. Get that taken care of, man. But yeah, so I'm a skeptical person now. I don't trust anything. I don't trust nothing. But, yeah. Including my own abilities sometimes to, like, be able to deliver something good if I don't just do it myself. Because I'm like, I don't know what the industry standard is for this stuff. I don't know what I'm doing. But if I do it myself, I can figure it out. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm still in control somehow if I do it myself. Which is probably not the best way to be. But it made me feel okay. So... It made me feel more in control in a situation where everything was going wrong and I was sick and stuff wasn't sounding right and... I think small purchases are common with hackers so they can remain undetected. Yeah, but that's so weird though, because... What... Legos? I don't know. It just makes me laugh. Did they think that was something I would have assumed I bought myself? I don't know. I don't get that, what hackers are up to and how they decide the stupid scammy shit they're gonna do. But yeah. Legos. The #1 scam buy of hackers. But yeah. So, hello? Every time I look at the next piece it says I need, I feel like I'm missing it. And I genuinely feel like I'm missing this piece. What am I... Oh, okay. Nope, we're good. We're good. It's this flower. Okay. I like how they come up with, like, the designs for these... Lego... Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm looking really low on the desk. I like how they come up with the designs for these, botanical Lego sets. I think that's so creative to make these little flowers. Well, $500 is definitely going to be noticeable when it's missing in your bank account. Yeah, I know, but, like... Why wouldn't you just go for that? Because then you get a more expensive item. Because if I noticed the $5, like, all you got was a Lego guy. So, like, why wouldn't you buy a couch or something? Probably playing the long game. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. My thoughts was, like, maybe they were like, well, let's see if I can get away with a tiny purchase, and then I'll go for something bigger. I don't know, though. Like I said, I don't know how, like, the hacker playbook by any means. But yeah. But, I don't know. I kind of feel like when it comes to the cover I was working on, it was like I ended up winging it a lot, and somehow I got the middle note, like the really high one, while I was sick, and I did it twice so I could do that double layering thing. I don't know how I did that. That confuses me to this day because my voice is, like, objectively better now than it was when I did that, but I hit a higher... I don't know. You'll have to listen to the cover, and then you tell me if that note sounded okay, because to me it sounds okay. But, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm being... that's like the sickness delulu lingering. But yeah. I'm shocked by that, because that note is a hard note to get, and I really did not think I was going to be able to do that. And I was stressing about it because I didn't want to change the song too much. Like, I really wanted to try to stay true to the original shtick. But yeah, so that was cool. That was a pleasant surprise. My sickness vocals delivered on that one. Hold up. I'm trying to do this exactly like how the box does this. Go. Go. So that was really cool. I was really glad I was able to hand something off to Teeny that I felt like was actually... Because I told Teeny, I'm like, I just want to make something that that I feel like is worthy of the invite. Like, I don't want to bring down the vibes because my sick ass couldn't, you know, buckle in and get her done. You know what I mean? Like, so my ultimate goal was to make my 2 Oshis proud. I wanted to do Bao's song Justice with my cover, and I wanted to deliver something lovely for the Teeny concert. That was what I wanted to do. It was less about me and just like honoring my Oshis. That's what I wanted to do. And I think I did that, so I'm really happy. I'm content with my efforts. Bonus piece time! Roots. Adding the roots. Oops. Do it again. Adding the roots. Look at that. It's a plant! And now I think we get to stick them in the... Stick them in the pot. Ta-da! He's done! This guy is really tall. And look at all these extras! The little pieces they think I'm gonna lose on the floor. They're not wrong, but I was careful. Hold on. I'm checking something. Hold, please. Ah, yes. Okay. Everything is awesome! Okay, we're good. We are so back. Okay, so he's done. Look at that! How much time was that? Am I still on track to do my hour and 15 or whatever you said? Are we on track? We gotta build the other guy now, so bonus pieces to the side. Ta-da! Okay, so that was Ellie. Time for Lumi! The green guy. I like green guys. They make me happy. And then I think the only other thing I want to tell you about my first time concert experience, is that usually when I make, because I made the music video too, like I mixed my own cover, and that ended up turning out all right somehow. I bullshitted that one real hard. And then I did the music video for it. I think it was around 40 minutes. Okay, okay. We can do this. Every time I lean over to throw something in the trash can, like my soul leaves my body. Kind of crazy. Okay. Okay. So yeah, what else? I edited my own music video to go with the song I submitted. And I've done music videos for my covers before. But they've been very simple. And Teeny actually asked me, like, hey, do you think you'll need help with the... Because when I was finally able to deliver the vocals, I'm like, oh my goodness, Teeny, I'm so sorry. This is like... I know I'm like really late and I don't want to like keep you waiting and blah, 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 blah. I'm groveling. And Teeny's like, no, it's okay. Don't worry. Like, the production schedule is still scheduling. But Teeny was like, oh, but do you need any help with like the video? Cause like, I could definitely help you with the video. And I was like, oh no, I'll just, cause I hadn't done that before. And I was like, there was a place where some of the other members of the concert were like submitting their solos. So I like creeped into that part of the server that we were hanging out in to get all the info and updates and stuff. And I think it goes like this. Yeah. And I looked to see like what they did for their submissions. So like, I don't know what I'm doing. And it was just like guy in middle of screen with rain in the background, ambiance. And I was like, oh, I can do that. So that's what I told Teeny. I'm like, Teeny, I think I'm on the easy part now that I have like the song itself mixed, because I worked really hard to make that song sound as good as I could, given that I was recording it while sick. I like pulled an iron mouse, I guess, and I gave it my all despite my setbacks, and I think it worked. This is one of those times where you kind of play this like what would have happened, you know, game. That's never really a good game to play because you never really end up satisfied with the answer. But like, I don't know what would have happened if I had been more vocally healthy when I went to record that song. I feel like I just kind of Bob Rossed it, you know, and I took my happy little accidents and I tried to work with them best I could and make something that I could be proud of and that I think would make my Oshis proud of me. And you know, that was the vibes for that one. But then it came to the music video part, and I I told Teeny I'm just gonna be like standing guy in middle of screen and it's gonna be super chill and like I think it'll be easy. And then for some reason that was a lie and that's not what I did at all. And I tried to like make a freaking vibey music video and I don't know why I did that. I'm just like, sometimes I get like the graces from the heavens shine upon me, and then like I have to try hard whatever I'm currently working on. And like I made the guy in middle of screen singing. Hold up, I need to back up a little bit. James, though, I honestly didn't even notice or think you sounded sick during it. Oh my golly, bless you. That's what I wanted to hear. If you couldn't tell, then I guess it was okay. But yeah, so because I'm 3D, I can do stuff that Live 2D cannot. And so for some reason, when I was recording Guy in middle of screen singing song, I was like, but what if I like activate my own toggles while I do this? So I'm like, and so the whole music video that you watched that I made, that's like the parts where like you see me through the whole thing, but that's one take. Like that's a single video that I recorded in like one go. And I don't like again from the heaven like that video is a paid actor. Like I don't know what happened, why that video turned out so nice, but I did one take and I was like, yep, that's good. We got it, guys, we got it. So, but then, like my tracking is not the best, I think you guys know, and it doesn't always like grab my syllables very well, and the words I'm saying don't always match like what's going on here. So I was like, well, maybe I'll try to do some like movie magic to hide that places where it like lost my tracking for like what my mouth was doing. One take yeah, I know that's not professional though, like you should do more takes, but I did it and I was like, well, I like it, like why would I fuss with perfection? I don't know. But so then instead of doing like a million takes of the video to try to get it so my mouth like moved the way I wanted it to, I just like slapped on a bunch of transition editing that I'd never done before with a program I'd never used before. And I was like, you know what? I like it. I think it's I think it's good. It's like vibey. You know, yeah. So then Teeny's like expecting Guy in middle of screen singing a song, and then I hand Teeny this like try hard video. I don't know. I don't like. I smoke art crack, I guess. I don't know. Like the really bad part about that, when you smoke a art crack like I do unintentionally, you just get possessed by like the art gods when you're doing certain projects, is that it's very unreliable when you like need it. So you'll like sit down another day to do something and you're like, I can't do anything. Like I'm broken today. So that's the problem with like needing to be possessed by the art gods to like achieve anything. But it's okay. The art gods blessed me for Teeny's concert, and I'm very grateful. Girl, that's just the tism talking. I know the feeling. I know. I feel like that's kind of... I feel like that's a trait I've heard associated more with like ADHD, where your creative energies just come in different waves, unpredictable waves. But honestly, that's definitely something that I... What am I doing? This is not... Come on! Okay. Yeah, my creative energies definitely come in waves, and it's really frustrating when I want to sit down and do something that I've chosen to do, and it's like, ha! Sorry. the art gods say fuck you today, you know? Like, no access to your powers today. Moldnir does not find you worthy. So, yeah, that's frustrating. But when the art gods smile on me, it's really nice. And I get to make stuff that's, like, outside of... Here's the thing that makes me, like, stressed, also. Because a lot of the accusations around, like, this person uses AI, is when their art style is very inconsistent. And I feel like mine definitely is, because it's, like, potato stick man, and then it's, like, beautiful double figure... ethereal goddess drawing, and I'm like, I can't do this, guys. They're gonna be like, yeah, okay, where's the consistency in your art? And I'm like, I don't know. You tell me. I would like the answer to that. So yeah, but it was nice to have the art gods bless me for Teeny's concert. That I will not complain. That was fine. But yeah, that was my experience being at a concert for the first time. Kind of the same way in that regard. Yeah, it's very... Whose emote is this? Wait. That's a Fua emote! It's so cute. Yeah, I looked at people like Fua, who also do banger creative projects. I'm in love with Fua's art style. And then I look at that and I'm like, damn, you know, I really wish I could just, like, output at the same level every time. But, you know, actually, you know, I don't need to explain. You guys know. I don't need to explain. But, yeah, so that's how that worked for Teeny's concert. And that's not what I wanted to have happen. But, you know, it's what happened, so... So we roll with it! Yay! Yippee! Yay! I'm just really grateful that in the lineup of the concert in its entirety, like mine didn't feel out of place. As far as I could tell. Like, I felt like I blended in. So, you know, I feel like that was okay. And that was a valuable experience. I'm really, really grateful to Teeny for inviting me. If not just for, like, getting to be part of the behind the scenes of that. And also seeing Teeny's tryharding. Good gall. I mean, Teeny, I wouldn't call what Teeny does tryharding. Teeny, I consider to be a very skilled craftsman at the things they attempt to do. And they go into stuff with a bit of background knowledge. I feel like, I don't know if Teeny would agree with this, but I feel like I do more bullshitting, whereas Teeny is, like, has a basis for the choices they're making on some of the things they're doing. They definitely, so the person who was arguing with me on Twitter over, like, me having an artistic instinct, and I was like, absolutely not. Like, I can't tell if things look good or not. I'm just like, I just go off of things I've already seen done, and I'm like, well, this kind of feels reminiscent of something that I've seen successfully work, so I feel like I'm on the right track. But I feel like Teeny definitely does have that artistic vision and can, like, execute stuff really well in a way that they definitely set out to originally. And I'm jealous of that. I would like to be able to execute things according to plan. But yeah, so I really enjoyed getting to see the behind the scenes of that side of Teeny and all of the hard work that they put into it, because they did, like, all of the music videos. So, like, my one little music video editing experience, they did, like, the rest of it for that concert. They talked about this publicly in their, like, concert wrap-up. Yip Yap Sesh on the YouTubes. But yeah, I had no idea that they did all the editing for all of the other video segments, and it was phenomenal! So yeah, that was great. I really liked being in the behind the scenes for those kinds of efforts, and kind of, like, pick up some new knowledge of how these group events come together. Because I honestly, from someone who's only ever been on the, like, viewing end of the final result of like that concert stuff, it was very eye-opening. Not in like a bad way, but just in like, oh, that's how that works way to like get to see how that kind of stuff gets set up. And I think Teeny just did the most phenomenal job like managing all of it. It was good. I can definitely see like Teeny having the leadership abilities for being like the head of Bavaria and kind of running that group, because they just do a really phenomenal job like herding all the chickens and making sure that stuff gets done in a timely fashion and like rolling with it when things don't exactly go according to schedule. It was good. If I had been in charge, I would have been stressed. I can't be in charge of stuff, guys. I am such a peon. I'm such a, like, tell me what to do and I will 100% make it happen for you. That's why I really like working for Teeny. Teeny's my boss, guys. I know, one of the funniest things to me about being in that concert is I'm like, I'm probably the first staff member ever invited to a concert. Like, you guys all know, like, I am my own public figure, but also I'm, like, Teeny's staff. So, I just thought that was really funny, that I'm, like, a staff member participating in a concert. That felt very, like, I don't feel like this is a normal thing. Does Teeny pay me? Yes! With acknowledgement and praise. Actually, I got in trouble before because Teeny asked me to post something in the Discord once, and then, like, I did, obviously, because I'm a good little guy, and then Teeny, like, glazed me for it a little bit. They're like, oh my goodness, thank you so much, and then the other mods gave me and Teeny so much crap for it. They're like, wow, you never praise us for anything. I see how it is. Lem's your favorite, huh? And I was like, oh my golly. So, but no, I do not get, like, monetarily paid. You're in the basement? Yeah, I like being in the basement. But I like doing projects for Teeny because I feel like Teeny has a vision and I like being part of the vision. And I don't have this, personally, I don't feel like I have the skills to do kind of like leadership stuff. Like, I could definitely run my own projects, but I don't know if I have, like, the experience yet to hurt a bunch of other people in said project. Like, that would be very stressful for me. Like, I did that for long enough when I was training the youths. And that was, like, I can do it. I can definitely do it. If I'm the type of person where it's like, if something needs to get done, I will figure out how to do it. And it will be achieved, even if it's achieved at personal expense and in the least efficient way possible. It will get done. Do not worry, princess. But on the flip side of that, like, it's just nice being in the court of somebody who's doesn't feel like they're flying by the seat of their pants all the time and actually has a plan and is eloquent at expressing that plan. I don't know. I feel like I'm under-talking myself a little bit here. I do think I have a lot of, like... Look at him. Why do we want him to rock? I don't get this mechanic that they've added to this Lego set. But you know what? Pop off. It's fine. Do your gimmicky little thing. I'll support it. But, the thought alone of telling others what to do gives me anxiety. It's not... For me, it's not telling others what to do, because I can definitely structure, like, a plan that I would like to see accomplished and then, like, bring other people on board for it. But it's like... I never feel like when I'm in charge that I'm the most qualified person to be so. And when I'm directing other people, I'm always like asking them questions and like relying on their specialty knowledge versus me being like, yes, and I would like this is the, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like my form of leadership is not the typical, like, stereotypical form of leadership, where I'm just more like, I don't know if there's a word for what I'm trying to explain. I'm getting imposter syndrome. Well, I think what I'm trying to say is that I see what other people do, and I know I'm not doing it that way, and I like the way that they go about things, because I think it at least in the content creation sphere, it achieves better results to kind of approach things the way Teeny does. And I mean, I'm only familiar at this point with the way Teeny does stuff versus the way I do stuff. But I think the way I do stuff is not efficient, where I kind of don't know what I'm doing a lot. And I feel like Teeny, whether through experience or like research or like observation, just kind of knows what they're doing more. And that really comes across with the way that they approach stuff. And I find that to be admirable. The only sphere I really feel like I know what I'm talking about and doing in is like math. Like if I'm in charge of like math stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, this is my monkeys and my circus, and I will definitely be telling you what to do. But outside of that, I'm like, I don't know, man. What do you think? Okay, hold up. I'm not putting this together correctly at all. But yeah, so it's nice working for Teeny. And Teeny does a really good job of letting people go ham. Because when I make thumbnails for Teeny, they don't really give me a lot of direction. They're just like... Sometimes they ask me to make a thumbnail, and sometimes they're just like, here's a thumbnail, Teeny. And they're like, yes, this is great. This is wonderful. This is lovely. Thank you very much. And then they post it on their channel, and I feel really accomplished and like I did a good thing. And then we repeat that cycle, and I get the dopamine from it, and it's a mutually beneficial thing, and I like it. So, yeah, making stuff for your oshi is very satisfying. In a way that's just not the same when you make stuff for yourself, I fear. In my opinion. This feels wrong, but the directions say it's right, so I'm gonna believe. Dopamine dealer? Yeah. You made a live wallpaper of one of your oshis? See, that's so fun! I totally support that kind of stuff. I like making stuff for my oshis. But yeah, so it was just really cool. I can't believe Teeny invited me to be part of their concert. That was so cool, guys. Teeny said, yeah, this guy? Let him in. Wow. That was so cool. So yeah, but the thing is, and I think this is something I'm learning about myself, is that I have like, even if, I don't know what it is. I'm like, because at the end of the day, though it did take me a long time to like record and mix my vocals and stuff for my solo and then like do my music video and stuff like that, I didn't really have to do that much. But it took up like a month. And I think I have like this thing where like having a lot of projects going at once feels like having a bunch of tabs open. And it just slowly, like, ekes my memory, you know what I mean? And then, like, my browser doesn't run well. So, me, like, working on that for Teeny, and then, like, also planning my re-debut, and I feel like that just became a lot for me. And I work better when I'm like doing fewer things at a time. And actually, I have some stuff going on that you don't even know about. Like I haven't even really talked about yet, but it's exciting and it's happening in July. And I'm going to talk about it really imminently. But yeah, but I had like 4 projects going on and I just felt spread really thin. So like, even though I wasn't quote unquote doing a lot, like it was just really hard to like get out of the mental fog of like all this stuff going on. So I feel like that is not a good situation for me. And like, I'm like one of those people where if I have like a dentist appointment at 4 o'clock, the day's wasted. Like the day's already over because I'm not going to get anything done. Cause I'm like, well, if I start this, then like I can't get too into it. Cause then if I have to go to the dentist, so then I literally just sit around and I do nothing. So the further away something is, kind of the less I get done because it just like breeds stress. Which I'm not a fan of, and I don't know what to do about it. So yeah. And the secret to all of this is that you have to kind of figure out how to work around your foibles so that you can still get stuff done, right? So like, I can't just be this person who can't be working on multiple, because that's the other thing Teeny is so good at. This stream has weirdly become like a glazing Teeny stream. But I've just learned so much from Teeny about like the optimal ways to do things. I was supposed to make more of these? Shut up. God. I'll do it. Okay, I just learned a lot from Teeny about like the optimal ways to do things. So speaking of which, I feel like I'm not doing this right. Sounds a bit like procrastination. It's how to explain. Actually, I need to flip back a page. I'm doing this wrong! It's not willful procrastination. So I'm not disagreeing with you that it is definitely a form of procrastination, but it's more along the lines of something called executive dysfunction, where like under certain conditions you just like struggle to function. And it's because procrastination is largely more of like a willful thing, like you just don't want to do something and you put it off until the last minute. But a lot of neurodivergent people struggle with like long-term planning and task initiation and like stuff like that. So for me, it's not like I want to put things off. I just have a really hard time getting to a point where like something that I feel like I'm more and more convinced of every day is that I have something called so there's different forms of OCD I've been learning about, and one of those forms is called Optimization OCD. And it's not that I like trying to self-diagnose myself with stuff. It's just that I go through life and I feel like everyone is like, I feel like I'm having like a normal, relatable experience. And then I'll say these things out loud to people and they'll be like, I do not do that. And I'm like, oh, so I'm weird. Okay, great. And I think that I have a form of OCD called Optimization OCD, which is you end up kind of obsessed with like how to go about doing things in the most optimal manner. And the ridiculous part of this is that if I do have Optimization OCD, a lot of the times the end results of it is not very optimized, which is stupid. But like, so what happens is my brain is just very loud all the time. Thinking about like what my next move should be. So like I wake up in the morning and I'm like, if I don't already have a routine in place for something and I have like, there's a new thing added, now I have to refigure out the order I'm going to do everything in. So I'm like, okay, I know I need to get dressed. I need to take a shower. I need to feed the cat. I need to make my lunch. I need to have breakfast. And then I like argue with myself around the order I should do that, all of that. And I'm like, well, if I eat breakfast first, then, you know, like I'm not doing like grimy stuff, and I could take a shower after the breakfast. So, you know, like then I'm like actually clean. Or, but maybe like I should feed the cat first because like she's hungry too. So like I shouldn't eat before the cat. But like, what if I'm really hungry? Like, should I take care of myself or then the cat? And then like, should I make my lunch first so it's like ready to go and I can like take my time in the shower, or should I take my shower first so I'm not like rushing to be clean to go to work, and like then if I have to throw together a lunch. So that's like a lot of my life that plays in my head, and I'm constantly like, if I'm thinking about that's one of the reasons it's really hard for me to stream. So I think about my evening, I think about, okay, I have this to do and this to do and this to do, I have these couple things I need to get done, and then I'm like, I run through this cycle of like, well, if I do it in this order, if I do it in this order, if I do it in this order, and like it ends up eating up the time to a point where I just can't function. And I think it's closely related to what's called decision fatigue, where like as you get closer to the end of the day, you just like you get, because every time you have to make a decision during the day, that's like mentally draining a little bit. Like not it doesn't even need to be a stressful decision, but like the act of having to make a decision about something is like drains you a little bit mentally. So that's why like researchers and stuff, they suggest that you save any kind of, like, try to front load your decision making so you're not making a bunch of decisions like right when you get up in the morning. So like pick your outfit at night and pack your lunch at night, and, you know, like gas up the car the day before, and like all this stuff so that you don't experience decision fatigue. But because I'm constantly doing this cycle of like, what order should I do things in, I think it just exacerbates my decision fatigue. And then I feel like I need to rest because I'm tired. And then it's just really hard for me to get anything done because I can't figure out which order I should get them done in. And a lot of the times people like research and like people, and they'll be like, well, just start something, you know, like just jump into something. But that's very hard for you to do when you have OCD, because the point of OCD is that it's obsessive and compulsive. So it feels wrong. Like if I have to clean the cat's litter box, eat breakfast, and take a shower, it's like, well, maybe I should clean the cat's litter box before I shower so I'm not stinky. But I also want to eat should I eat breakfast before I clean the litter box so I'm not like touching gross stuff after I eat? But then if I eat, like, it just... So a lot of the times, like, I'll end up just not doing one of the steps because I can't figure out what order to put it in. And it's like very... It's honestly, it is kind of debilitating to not be able to like just boom, boom, boom. Actually, never mind my question. I'm dumb. No, it's okay. But yeah, so I feel like that, because I didn't know about like optimization OCD. I only knew about the more typical, like, recognizable forms of OCD. Did I do this backwards? Ah! No! I only knew about the more typical forms of OCD, where like you wash your hand, like you have germ OCD and you like wash your hands a lot, and like I didn't know there was forms of OCD that were like purely occurring in your head and didn't translate to like obsessive like behavioral manifestations that one could point to you doing. So yeah, so the thing that helps me the most is for things to be situationally relevant. And because of that, urgency ends up being the easiest way for me to like lock in and commit to a task, because now this task like has to be done. So it makes it seem like I'm like procrastinating, I've been putting stuff off, but really it's just like something else always felt more important, and I'm constantly just running on like, what's the most important task? I'll do that one first. And then because I do that, I don't like effectively chip away at other tasks. I don't know. It's really hard to like know these things about yourself, but then also like work on them. You know what I mean? Like, but because I'm aware of that, I really try to like bolster my routines. That's one of the like most helpful things to do for yourself, or like I found has been really helpful, is just like wherever you can, have a routine. Because if you have a routine, you can't do this obsessive like, what do I do first thing? Because you already know what happens first, because you can do it according to the plan. And when I'm taking on new opportunities, like doing a concert and stuff like that, that's like I don't have a plan. There's no routine. So I can't just be like, so I know that first I have to do that. Like those options don't exist because I've never done it before. So it's really cool to me that you know, amidst the things that I struggle with, I can still like have fun opportunities and like participate in stuff. And now I'm just trying to figure out how to like leverage or cope with the things that I struggle with so that they don't become a hindrance to the opportunities that I want to participate in. Because something else that I find to be rather difficult is transition times. And between doing one task and the next task, I feel like I need to take a break. And that's why like I'll get home from my day post and I'll need a nap. And I'm just like, I'm so tired. And I'm like, man, I really want to stream right now, but I'm literally just so tired. Like I'm exhausted. And then I'll take a little nap. And it's like I have these mini days where like I'll do one like really demanding task, and then I'll take a nap, and then I'll kind of like reset. And then when I wake up, I can do like other stuff. And but just like the day's not long enough to do that like extensively. Like you really need to not take naps. But I don't like using caffeine or any kind of stuff. Actually, that stuff is like bad for me because I'm hypermobile, and it's like stresses my already problematic tissue connectivity issues. So, you know, I'm just YOLOing it. And the other thing that's really not helped my optimization OCD is learning that I have these other medical issues, because now like where I just used to go to the gym, you know, like that was the thing I just did. I would go to the gym and I'd be like, hey, this is wonderful, because I like working out. But now that I know that I'm hypermobile, now it's like, well, you can't just go to the gym, because if you don't do these exercises correctly, you're gonna strain your joints, and then you could cause irreparable damage, and then you'll be in pain for the rest of your life. So now every task feels like a larger thing that I have to put more planning and more effort into to accommodate the things I know was wrong with me. And so then it's like becomes very exhausting to attempt anything, where it's like I could just YOLO this and go back to the way I did it before. But I don't feel good about doing that anymore because I'm more informed and I feel responsible for like applying that information. I don't know, guys. It's kind of crazy. Your psychiatrist, you see, gave you medicine for dopamine? Oh, golly, yeah. I don't take any medications for anything. Except for my awful... Actually, one of the things that I have done for myself that has been really helpful, but also, like, thrown my life into disarray a little bit, is I talked about how... this was a while ago, and it was so funny because... was it Flo? I don't remember who was hanging out, but I love them. I think it was either Flo or Floria, but I think it was Flo. I'm going to feel so bad if I get it wrong. But somebody that I haven't seen in a long time... and they popped up on my stream and I was talking about how I take like birth control now because I used to have really, really bad periods. And they were like, pop off, girl. And I was like, yeah, queen. And we had that conversation. But now that I don't have a regular, like, menstrual cycle anymore, that's taken me off of some of my routines that used to, like, normalize my time frames. Because I'd be like, okay, I know I have this much time before my next period. And then that became like a way I kept track of time and, like, when I could get things done. I'm like, okay, and then when I have my period, I can't get anything done. So that'll be my rest time. And then, like, and now I don't have a period anymore. While I am not in debilitating pain once a month, I don't have that as a way to plan things out anymore. But that's good, Danny, that your prescriptions alleviate some of your hardship. That is kind of the goal. But yeah, it's just really frustrating to think that, to, like, go through most of my life being like, I'm just a dude and a happy little guy and doing my happy little guy things. And it's like, actually, no, your whole life you've had these problems, and because you haven't taken care of them up till now you have these extra problems. And I'm just like, no! Ah! I don't know, I didn't mean for this to be kind of like a downer. Yip yap. But that's just, like, I feel like it's important for you guys to understand, like, why it just seems like I don't stream sometimes. It's because I can't figure out when to put you guys on the schedule. And the weird thing is that used to not be a problem. You know what I mean? Like, I would have a stream schedule, and then I would just do that. You know what I mean? But the hardest part is the unpredictableness of, like, where I'm at now. Because sometimes I just don't have energy, and it's really hard for me to, like, predict when that's gonna happen. I think I'm done. Ta-da! Why doesn't this look as good as the picture? No! Oops, my camera. Everything's going wrong! It's like, once I'm in a task, it's pretty okay, and I can just keep going. But trying to figure out what that task should be is very hard for me. Especially, like, when I'm trying to think about my energy levels and, like, what I need to get done. I'm very, like, I hyperfixate on, like, what I need to get done. And then it's like, ah. But, one thing that really helps with that, I've noticed, is being in a climate that is more suitable to my preferences. Because as the weather gets better where I'm at... Hi, Fua! Golly, I know so many wonderful Fuas. How's it going? I've been meaning to message you, actually. Don't let me forget. Shoot me a message. I'm... Last time I saw you, we chit-chatted about something, and we need to continue that conversation. But yeah, I'm building Lego guys. I'm building friends. While talking to my fans. But I'm talking about, like, some of the things I've learned about myself. Haha, sure, okay. But yeah, one of the things that really helps me, like, actually be able to get stuff done is not being cold. Because something that, at least that I've figured out about hypermobility is when you have connectivity issues in your joints, or, like, in your yeah, it's your joints, but it's not your joints. It's your connective tissue and, like, your ligaments and stuff. Being cold just freaking sucks, because your ligaments and your connective tissue is like a rubber band. And when rubber bands are cold, I think you guys know what happens. Like it's the very cliche, like, Fantastic Four. We're gonna freeze Mr. Fantastic so he can't be rubbery. And because my connectivity... This is kind of like a theory. I don't really know if this is, like, scientific as much as just kind of matches the way I feel about things. But when I'm cold, I can't get anything done. It's so debilitating to me to be cold. But since it's been getting warmer, I feel like I'm, like, getting my step back, and I'm like, I did so much today, you guys. It was crazy. I just feel like, damn, girl boss. Like, and I feel like it's because I'm not freaking freezing all the time. And people don't understand it. They're like, well, but, you know, when it's cold out, you can just put on more layers. But when it's hot out, you can't take layers off. And I'm like, okay, if that's your struggle, you know, valid, more power to you, definitely. I see how that would be difficult to deal with. But in my case, it's like, I literally can't put on enough layers so that I'm warm enough, because I feel like my body heat is just not, like, not producing enough or something. Like, so I'm just like always cold. So I'm really only ever comfortable in like late spring, summer, early fall, and then I'm like miserable for the rest of the year. And I think that kind of tracks with my streaming records, because I feel like I am generally the most productive in the summertime, and it's not because that's when I have more time. I think that's just because that's when I physically am not in a place where like my body feels like shit, and therefore my mind isn't like having to overcompensate for my body feeling like shit, so then I can actually get stuff done. Crazy. But it's like knowing stuff about like that about yourself. As someone in the medical field, I'm not even sure. Oh yeah, see? Same, you can't with the cold weather either. Yeah, I know. Some people just like need it hot, and some people need it cold. I need it hot, man. Hot, hot. You're a werewolf from the tropical forest? Well, I want to be there. The only other problem, though, is that the places that are warm, like, if I were to permanently position myself somewhere that's warm, that's also where, like, all the scary creatures live. And I don't want to be around all the poisonous stuff and the creepy crawlies, and you know what I mean? So it's either suffer with the cold or, like, go move where all the creepy crawlies live so I could be warm. And I don't like that that's my two options. But, you know, what can you do when you live in a shoe? Okay, we did it. We built Lumi. So yeah, so I think we are approaching my good time of the year, guys, when you actually see more of me, because I'm like not suffering from the weather. Look at our new friends! We did it! Yippee! We made them! And now they're gonna join the ranks. I'm talking so far away from my mic. Now they're gonna join the ranks of our... I don't even have enough space! Of our previous friends. Ching! Yay! We did it. Have I seen the foot-long centipedes we have here? No, and I don't want to. Keep those to yourself. Actually, wait a minute. Can I position these better? What if I put you here? And you done. Yes! Yes, baby! There we go! Look at all them! Oh, he's losing his plants. He's losing them! Ooh, ooh. There we go. This is something. Surely. Here we go. The gang's all here. Let's see if I can white balance this so they're actually the right colors. There you go. Now he's green again. Because this guy is yellow, but he is not. But they kind of look like the same color because of my camera settings. Well, there you go. Is there anything else I wanted to tell you? I don't know. I kind of just wanted to yap about the Teeny concert. I feel like there was like some behind the scenes to that process for me that I wanted you guys to know about. A, as just kind of be like, where the heck have I been? But B, it was cool. I like doing it. Yeah, that's good, Danny. That's good. If I knew the song you're referencing, it would be even funnier, but I can imagine that happening. That's a good one. But yeah, we just be dealing with it all the time, guys, huh? We just be dealing with the most. Okay, I don't know how I did. How'd I do, guys? We've been here for an hour and 51 minutes, so I think I'm kind of over time. I feel like I worked pretty diligently, though. I feel like these guys are... And we did that, you know? Like, I feel like this is good. Look at that! There's a goat! Tee-hee! Ooh, ooh, can I be fancy? Ugh. Yeah. Hold on, I was trying to take a screenshot. That's really hard to do with stuff on my desk. You did well. Yay! It's the Sonic Racing theme song. Yeah, but I don't really know that much about Sonic. He's not really... It's not really something I pay attention to. I watched the some of the Sonic. I've played Unfair Sonic. Like, I've never played a Sonic game, but I played Unfair Sonic. And then I watched some of the live-action Sonic movie. Not all of it. But yeah. Okay, what are we doing now? As far as future streams go, the one that we're trying to get back on the docket is, Alabaster Dawn. Because I was gonna play that, and then, like, I'm dealing with my optimization OCD right now around that, because I'm like, well, if I start it now, then, like, that's like that's a several part stream, but if I start it now, then what if, like I can't pick it up again, and then we're gonna have, like, time delay. I'm going through that right now, guys. So I gotta figure that out and decide if we just YOLO it, even if I never pick it up again, or, like, if I just only play that. I don't know. I'm gonna figure that out. The stereotype of autistic people loving Sonic, I thought autistic people liked trains and space. Sonic? Yeah, I've heard that before. I don't like trains, space, or Sonic. Yeah, I don't know. The thing that I think is funny is I'd like to say I don't have special interests. I have special hatreds. Because there are certain topics that if we bring them up, I just go off. You know, like, one of them is how poorly I feel like the character writing and plot directions of The Legend of Korra went. That one I can talk about for a long time. People don't like listening to that. There's a lot of Korra apologists that don't really care about. They reduce my feelings on the matter to, well, you just don't like seeing women in prominent roles, and it's like, okay. We can chalk this up to your belief in my internalized misogyny, even though that's not what it is. But yeah, I think one of my special hatreds is just writing decisions that I don't think make sense. And I see it all the time because I can't turn my brain off when I watch movies. And when there's, like, egregious, like, stuff that happens out of character, or, like, is super contrived, or is poorly written, like, that's... You just think the love triangle is an unnecessary plot? Yeah, I mean, you can do love triangles. That's not, like, the end of the world for me, but I think you have to be really intentional with what you're trying to achieve with said love triangle. And I feel like in Korra, all it ends up doing is make us like Mako less. And I don't feel like that was, like, a useful... I don't know what that was supposed to achieve. You know what I mean? Because they're all friends again at the end of the day. Like, it just feels pointless and, like, takes up our time for no reason. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't really... Like, they just really played up the teen angst of that show way too much for me. And they were like, we're gonna make it act like stupid teenagers because we want everyone to know that they're stupid teenagers. And it's like, okay, we get... Like... But the other thing that was just egregious, in my opinion, is I do also really like Bolin, and they totally character assassinated him. And they turned him from someone who had really deep, like, thoughts and emotions and feelings, and, like, goals and context to why he made certain choices and why certain things mattered to him. They took all that, and they were like, we're gonna make him the comic relief because the OG show had Sokka, and, like, we need someone like that in this show, so we're gonna make Bolin the funny guy. And then they totally just, like, didn't give him any depth anymore, and he was just, like, the one-liner guy and would always show up to be silly and stupid, and I'm like, he was a really good character! That made me angry. At the same time, Sokka was a good character. I know! But that's the problem. When you look at a thing that worked, and you're like, we need to do this again, but you don't really analyze why it worked, then it just comes off as half-assed, and it doesn't deliver well. And where it worked really well with Sokka, because he was kind of a misogynist, and he had to do a lot of character growth in that department, where he kind of used his humor as a coping mechanism, and, like, that's how he interacted with a lot of the things that made him uncomfortable. Like, that didn't work for Bolin. And it just, like, he became so cheap as a character. And it made me so angry. The way they handled his misogyny was perfect. Yeah, I agree. I think the character growth that happened in OG Avatar was so satisfying to watch because everybody learned something. And it's very apparent, like, what things they have to work on. And it's not like linear growth. Like, they'll start working on something good and then they're like, pfft. Like, Sokka will realize something he's doing is misogynistic, but then, like, be misogynistic to Suki, like, a scene later. You know what I mean? Like, it was very satisfyingly written. I will glaze Avatar The Last Airbender all day long because I think that show was written so well and just, like, hit all these points. It's so good. So good. Okay, I don't want to get distracted by that, though. We have to... Maybe for another time. If you guys want me to just, like, yap at you about Avatar, I don't know. That could be boring. Maybe I'll bring out the MS Paint again, and I'll, like, draw diagrams and stuff. One of your examples in character growth is Rukia in Digimon Tamers. Well, that I can't speak to, because I don't know about Digimon stuff that much, but I do like Digimon. I think between Pokemon and Digimon, I kind of like Digimon more. But I think Pokemon is more charming. That's kind of how I feel about those two. I think Digimon has a more compelling, like, story context. But Pokemon's just very fun and cute and, like, little guys, you know? Okay, speaking of little guys, I need to figure out where I'm sending you guys. Because I need to go do other things. It is late for me. Hey! How about I send you guys to more Lego? She only accepts that she could be... She only reaches her true strength when she accepts that she can be strong and feminine at the same time. Ooh, I have feelings about that. We're not gonna get into it. Maybe I'll send you guys to someone who's playing Lego Batman, and we'll just keep the Lego vibe going. How about that? How about we go watch Lego Batman? Can we do that, guys? I think that... Uh-oh, did you stop streaming? No! Don't. Please say it isn't so. I want to watch Lego Batman! Oh, wait, here we go. Yeesh, they've been streaming for a while. Oh my goodness, this is so cute! Their model's like a Lego guy! I just watched Lego Batman. Oh my golly, well, you're in for a treat! Actually, hold up. We gotta do this correctly. Wait. Hi, how's it going? Hi, we're back here now. We probably should have been here for a while. Actually, we were looking at my cute little guys, so that was fine. Yeah, here's the raid message. I was gonna make some announcements this stream, but I think I'm just not ready to do that because we yip-yapped about my dysfunctions. So I'm gonna go cry now. It's fine, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go watch TV. But you guys are gonna go watch Melly play Lego Batman. It's gonna be sick. And you're gonna take one of those raid messages so that we can download the zest in Melly's chat. You don't have to take a raid message if you don't want to. But yeah, I stream when I can quiet the brainworms. So there's stuff I want to do. We're just gonna I'm gonna have to figure out what order to achieve them in, and then obviously you guys will be informed. But thank you so much for hyping up my concert stuff. That was so cool. And don't forget to go to the Discord if you want some of the first merch of me ever. ever! Because Teeny is selling exclusive concert merch, and there's a cute little picture of me in a little raincoat holding a little umbrella. And if you want that as a sticker, you need to go get it before the end of July, because it's not going to exist anymore after that. Okay, let's go say hi to Melly. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. We built some very cute guys. I got to see some very cute guys. I'm gonna miss you. And, hopefully we get to do this again soon. Bye for now, guys. Bye-bye.